Have you seen this headline today? Look, you may not care about stablecoins, you may not care about crypto or fintech, but you should care about this. It looks like a law just passed to put a cap on how much of a certain kind of money you are allowed to hold. Well, that's not true, and I would argue that the headline is somewhat misleading, but there is some truth to it, and it's important. The Bank of England this morning published a consultation paper on stablecoins. It proposes a regulatory framework for this emerging digital money that is backed one-to-one by fiat currencies like the US dollar. Part of the proposal is to put a cap on how much an individual like you and I can hold in stablecoins, and that cap is £20,000. But why is this? Well, I would argue it's not necessarily because the Bank of England just hates crypto and stablecoins, but rather they're scared of it. If too much money exits bank deposits for stablecoins, this could be, somewhat ironically, destabilizing. Billions leaking out of the traditional banking system could lead to less lending, higher interest rates, and a myriad of other effects. And if you're doubting just how much money is moving into stablecoins, look at this. 5 years ago to the day, the total market cap of stablecoins was a little under $22 billion. Now it's just over $305 billion. That's a 1,286% increase since November 2020. Stablecoins are invariably faster to settle, they're borderless, and they have lower fees than fiat currencies. They can also offer higher yield than holding the fiat equivalent, but that isn't all that hard given the meagre interest that banks offer. So that is why the Bank of England is looking at this issue. But all of this poses a number of problems. Firstly, there is the problem of financial freedom and self-sovereignty, but I'm going to go in a different direction for a change. The UK used to be a financial and fintech global hub, and many politicians have suggested we're headed back there, but we're not. Even the suggestion of a cap on stablecoin holdings is likely enough to slow innovation and even deter fintech firms in that sector from building here in the UK. While other countries like the US are embracing stablecoins, and the US Treasury Secretary even said that stablecoins are the way to keep the US dollar as the global reserve currency, the UK is stifling and restricting, and that is not how you return to being a fintech heavyweight.